flag. Round 2 underway. It did not work in the Xfinity Series starting on the outside. Will it work today in the Monster Energy Cup Series?
Man, Kyle was really high, close to the wall off of turn 2. Ran real hard through 1 and 2 on that restart. Look at Keselowski jumping out there. But here comes the 4 car.
Powering back on the inside. Can Harvick steal the lead away?
Kyle Busch really trusting that middle lane. Drove way deep in the corner. Can he make grip on the corner exit? Pretty good job right there.
Clears the 4. Kyle Busch in front. Kevin Harvick running second. Brad Keselowski has the 3rd spot.
How green that racetrack is. We had a race here yesterday. There was rubber from the apron all the way to the fence.
Keep in mind, remember what Marty said, beginning of this race, wholesale changes on this 18 car. The first time Kyle had a chance to feel how this car is going to drive is when they dropped the green flag. He had no idea what he had when this race started.
Start of the race, preferred line down at the bottom of the track, and then it's going to work its way up.
Yeah, when this racetrack rubbers up, it's really tight, but under caution, they pick up a lot of that rubber on that bottom groove only. And so that bottom groove is really the preferred line on restarts because it'll be the cleanest line.
Well, I mentioned this camera shot of Kevin Harvick. Watch him work the steering wheel, watch his head within the headrest, but look inside the visor. It's got a little reflection, but at times right there, look at the focus in those eyes as he looks down around the corner, looking for that mark. At over 150 miles an hour, you have to look so far ahead of you, making sure he knows where to drive that car, and then as he exits out onto the straightaway, he'll look up, glance, and check that mirror.
And also what he's looking at is he's watching that 18 car. That 18 car really is not on the bottom of the racetrack on corner exit. I think Kevin Harvick's looking at that thinking, okay, I got a little better car. Keep running that bottom, take advantage of a weakness that Kyle Busch has.
You see the steering wheel there with the 4 car, Kevin Harvick. Not a lot of movement in the corner. Seems to be very secure in the back. Really good speed out of that car. Looks to be handling really good right off the green.
Biggest story before the green flag even flew, the 48 in the garage. Kelly, what's going on?
Well, I just got back here. I got a little update from the team, and what they told me is that Jimmy said, hey guys, I just killed the splitter, and I think something broke on the right front. So that immediately happened when they got it back here. They replaced the splitter, or trying to replace the splitter, actively working. Jimmy is still strapped inside the 48, so they're doing what they can to get him back out. But you've got to imagine the disappointment for this team at a place they thought they could show up and win. And now Jimmy's starting from the garage.
Well, Kelly, thanks for the update. And I would imagine the splitter is a result of the failure, right? Something in that right front suspension obviously broke for that 48 car to fall down on the racetrack as we see his teammate Chase Elliott work inside Martin Truex Jr. in that 78. And then driving it around on that splitter with such a low ride height, probably drug that splitter off. With 393 laps to go, they might as well take the time now, Jeff, right? Make it aerodynamically the best they can.
Yeah, really at this point, it's trying to learn something for next year, right? But, I mean, that's really all you're trying to do. I mean, I'm shocked that something like that can happen to a team, a 7-time champion team. That's just something that's so uncharacteristic.
I'm shocked that Martin Truex Jr. is back to 9th place now as we see the 10 car of Eric Almirola trying to close in. Truex had a 3rd place starting position and has dropped all the way back to 9th. We heard at the start of the show how they did not like the car and made a ton of changes last night. I talked to Martin and he said they were slow. Even though their average looked good yesterday, they were very slow, not happy with the car. Right now in crisis mode, trying to figure out how to maintain the track position, get a chance to work on it.
And I talked to Eric Almirola in the opposite conversation with Eric. Eric was extremely excited about his car. He said he felt really good, felt like they had a car if he did everything right with, they could win this race.
And you see the guys on the left side of your screen, the green lines, those are all playoff drivers. So the top 11 all fighting for those playoff points. But as I mentioned, Logano, a driver who wasn't in the top 3, wasn't part of the big 3 as we've continued to call them. Right now he's tied with Martin Truex Jr. because of where he's running and the potential for the playoff points and the stage points that he can get at the end of stage 1.
So we continue to talk about the 88, trying to stay close to Kevin Harvick to get the free pass. Well, the other option is to run down Paul Menard, who's currently in the free pass position, and the 88 has moved all the way to the top. That's the Dale Jr. Dover line there, Jr. around Dover. If he can get by the 21 and the 4 of Kevin Harvick doesn't lap another car, the 88 will get the free pass, Marty.
And Steve, an interesting observation from Kyle Busch with 3 to go here in stage 1. He said all of a sudden the track bar mount or track bar reader on my dash is blank. I have no idea where it is. I don't know where I left it at. So Junior, you drove with these movable track bars inside the car. How big of a deal is that for Kyle? He has no idea where he's left the track bar and the car won't show him.
You'd actually want to, obviously want to know where it is, where the adjustment's at. But Kyle's a good enough race car driver. I trust that he knows how the car feels and how he needs to adjust that track bar to the feel that he's understanding from the car. So it'll be tough for him though. These guys like to move those track bars down on restarts to give a little security for that. Doing things like that, those type of tricks he won't be able to do. Here's the 88 trying to get that free pass position here.
You see him hit the back of the 21?
He just gave him a shot down the back straightaway.
This is important to me.
This is it. Final lap. You see Kevin Harvick has taken the white flag more or less for the stage. So Kevin Harvick trying to close this out. A big move for Alex Bowman to get into the free pass position by passing Paul Menard. Now he has to stay there while the top 10 will cross the line. Kevin Harvick, another playoff point.
It's a great battle right here between Kurt Busch and Almirola. Almirola taking a position from Kurt.
All 4 of Stewart Haas cars are in the top 6.
More importantly, Almirola is doing what he needs to do to set himself apart from the other 4 guys that were out of the top 8 in points coming into this race. And there's the points on the left as is.
Yeah, 1 point now. 1 point out.
Last week, worked his guts out just to make it into this round. Today, he's showing out. A great top 5 run right now. And I mean, he's got more. If he can continue this march through the field, might see him up in the top 3, maybe even battling for the win.
We've seen it before out of Eric Almirola, Dave.
Yep, and they knew they were going to be good coming into today. Why? You know that shifter you circled earlier? We see it again in the shot on the left-hand side there. High-frequency bump tracks. Okay, there are a couple. Bristol and here. Eric's done well at both of them, and they expected to run well here today.
So Kevin Harvick has caught Austin Dillon. See Austin Dillon in that 3 car. Only 3 to go, though. I don't think that he can get to him. But if you were to get to him and put him a lap down, that would take Alex Bowman away from that free pass position. Austin Dillon and his team having a pretty good run today.
Yeah.
They didn't advance to this round of the playoffs. We're running 13th.
Just 3 laps to go, guys. Actually, now 2 to go as Harvick just crossed the start-finish line. So that closes pit road. 2 laps to go before the end of the stage.
I'm going to tell you, Harvick ate him up in that corner. Look how much ground he made up on him. I didn't think there was a chance he could get to him, but Austin's going to have to be perfect here.
Austin Dillon, a Daytona 500 winner to start off the season. Eliminated after the first round of the playoffs. Now trying to stay on the lead lap. He'll have to do it for just under a mile if he can hang on to this position. You see a little wiggle there out of Kevin Harvick. Harvick doing what he did in the spring at this racetrack where he swept both stages. Now he's looking to sweep stage 1 and 2 out of turn 4. He'll see the green and white checkered flag. He wins stage 2. Race leader Kevin Harvick on pit road. And while he's on pit road, that means Kyle Busch has taken over the lead as he's staying out. Marty.
And guys, for Alex Bowman, as we see Kevin Harvick leading pit road, it's been a tough day for this team, but they have managed to be able to keep themselves close to that last car on the lead lap. Bowman just says the car is way too free, especially early in the run and on entry. That's been a big struggle, Kelly.
Kelly, what's going on with the 4?
Yeah, he's coming back to pit road. They're calling for left side tires, so I'm guessing Harvick feels like he's got a loose wheel there on the 4, so they're going to go ahead and change out these left side tires and top them off with Sunoco fuel. This is exactly what the 4 team did not need.
What a huge bake for the rest of the field, but a crushing blow for the 4.
Marty.
You see Kevin Harvick coming down pit road. Kyle Busch leaving pit road. Said the car just... There you go. Rodney Childers saying they knocked the valve stem off, so that was a problem on the left side there. Kyle Busch, meanwhile, saying his car just loses grip the longer they run. Almost like they have the rear locked down so well that the front won't work and no turn at all in that 18.
speeding for the 18 team when they came to pit road, so they'll have to come and serve that penalty. Mistakes, definitely something that you don't want to see, but mistakes could keep you out of a championship hunt.
That's major developments for two of the big three, right? Kevin Harvick dominating this race, knocks the valve stem out. Going to have to pit again. Kyle Busch being penalized, going to have to pit again. Big mistakes.
Well, let's talk about that valve stem. Really focus on the rear tire changer. He's hitting lug nuts, the tire. See that? Drag drops. That's Kevin Harvick's signal. He thinks they're done. He leaves as he goes to hit lug nuts and that tire starts to spin. Very easy to hit that valve stem. Your one at home is rubber, but these on these cars, because the heat has to be steel, you hit it with the air gun, knocks it off, instant flat tire, Kelly.
Yeah, and I just confirmed with the team, Steve, it was a broken valve stem, but the team now trying to be encouraging with Kevin Harvick, telling him we can rebound, just recover, get back in your rhythm.
Eric Almirola half of a tenth slower rather than Kurt Busch right there. So Kurt's found some speed.
Almirola able to get by the 21 of Paul Menard. That was a good move to get by. Now Kurt Busch is going to have to do the same. Try to find a way to get by Paul Menard.
And drivers, how about Eric Almirola? We saw Chase Elliott lead the closing laps of the race here, only get run down by Kurt's brother Kyle Busch. Now Eric Almirola, only one career win, near misses this year. What is he thinking as his teammates trying to run him down with 11 to go?
And his teammates have all won. That's one of the things that weighs on Eric Almirola, knowing that with the other three guys that have already won a race, now he wants to get his win.
This will be huge. Look in front of Eric Almirola. You see right behind Almirola, there's Kurt Busch running him down a little bit every lap. But in front of Eric, look at what is going on. 3 wide, 2 wide. Even as he closes in on him, that's going to hurt Eric's car. Going to take air off his car, slow him down. Can Kurt use this to his advantage?
Coming up on 9 laps to go at Dover. Almirola, look at the traffic in front of him.
Got to go low here under William Byron. Get by him pretty easily.
And Junior, that's what you want as a driver.
But this is the problem. Coming up off the corner, Jeff, he has to lift. He can't use all the throttle. He can get out up against the wall.
You want these guys, though, to just maintain their lane. They did. They maintained their lane.
But look how the 41's closed in here.
Cautions come out. There'll be a restart. The 14 into the wall hard.
Oh, that's going to be huge. Look, he was only minus 13. But this car is not going to finish the day. It's going to be costly for Clint Boyer. Another impact on the inside wall.
Tire come off some.
And a big hit also.
You see the wheel on the right front completely bent in. That's how hard he hit the wall. 4 miles to determine the winner at the Monster Mile.
It's a good restart by the 9. He's going to be clear.
Keselowski spun his tires. Watch what the 11 and the 10 do. To the top with the 10, 3 wide.
There they go. Here comes the 11 of Denny Hamlin. He brings the 10 of Eric Almirola. Almirola hit the wall. Into the wall, then into the 2. The 2 goes around. The caution's going to come out again.
Caution is out. Parker down easy.
Alex Bowman collected as the 2-car Brad Keselowski sideways on the straightaway.
Eric Almirola just digging hard, trying to make something happen, trying to get that win.
Yeah, he run that high side, come off the corner, got a little close to the wall. Came down off the wall into the 2. Look at the damage on the 10.
Damage. Yeah, there's definitely damage on the 10.
These are all playoff guys. I mean, we just saw.
Big damage.
Having a lap.
This is crazy how this is all playoff guys racing each other, wrecking each other, taking points.
It's going to go into overtime. We see the 88 has come up against the wall in the infield. Overtime presented by Credit One Bank underway.
Aaron Jones pushing.
Yeah. The 11's getting pushed too by the 22.
The 9 trying to forge ahead. The 11 staying tough.
Chase is clear.
Elliott has the lead.
Great
coming
job
out
by
of
Chase
2.
Elliott. Great job.
Make them drive around you.
Side by
Get
side
corner.
for 3rd. Logano and Eric Jones continue to fight for that spot. Chase Elliott looking for the white flag. One more time around at Dover.
Lock that thing on the bottom.
A hungry Denny Hamlin in the 11. He'll have one more shot. Down the backstretch. Can he close the gap enough? Chase Elliott looking for his 2nd career win.
3.5.
Out of turn 4. Chase Elliott's going to win at the Monster Mile.
Hell yeah, baby. That's around the corner.
Monster Mile. The monster today was Chase Elliott. Oh, hey, thanks a lot. I caught that one. Actually, it tastes kind of good in Victory Lane that way. So you and I take a ride around the track this morning. You seem kind of down. Say the car isn't going to be any good. Where'd all that speed come from?
Yeah, just perseverance and just some good adjustments, I think, throughout the day. It was just a great effort. Appreciate everybody at all of our partners, Napa, Valvoline, Hooters, Sun Energy One, Chevrolet, Mountain Dew, Kelly Blue Book. It's been a, man, we've had an up and down year, I feel like, and to have this race slip away last year makes today that much more sweet. So wish Mom and Dad were here, but we'll move on next week and don't have to worry about Talladega, so that's nice.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.